Hello? Hello? It appears I found you. If not, I'm probably just wasting my time with this call, but it's worth a try. So, your name's John? John? I think it's John. Well, my name's Peter, and I'm a former night guard at Freddy Fazbear's. As far as I know, you've never met me, but you're just as deep in this as me. Every survivor I can find can help us to get out of here, so I'm gonna try to keep you alive, John. I can't protect you, but I might have some useful information on what to do when they wake up. And by they, I'm talking about your childhood friends. Now, before you start questioning me how you could meet them after they were killed back in the 80s, there's a pretty simple answer. You're dead, John. No, I'm not joking. I'm unsure of how you died, but I know that you definitely made a mistake by doing so. I think I should probably explain myself here, so let me hurry up. You might have already noticed that this place probably looks familiar to you, and there's a good reason for that. This is Fredbear's family diner. Kinda. To be exact, it's an eternal purgatory. Your memories shape the place, so for you it probably looks like a mix of wherever you last worked or lived and Fredbear's. On that, you're pretty lucky. You could have gotten a much worse look for this place in your head, but that's trivia you don't need to know about. What you do need to know about is that this eternal purgatory could potentially be escaped from, and that I have a plan of how to do so. However, you do need to assist me on this, and it's not quite ready. I'll explain it to you tomorrow, but for now, it's an important step for you to look on the office tape with the fan that is located next to you, and get the audio tape that is in there out of it. You'll need this if you want to escape from here. However, it appears that we are really running short on time, and I should really hurry to explain to you what to do against your friends. If any of your friends come to your security office, you're gonna experience them from a more, hostile side. See, I currently don't know exactly what happened to them, but I know something really weird must have happened to their spirits. They're pretty messed up and broken, and I don't think they're very mentally stable. See, what I noticed when encountering them earlier, when I was still the only normal person here, was that upon putting their side on me, the only way to make them wander off is to hide from them. Now, the only way to really hide from them in your case probably is just getting out of sight from the doors they appear in, so if you see anybody in them, run somewhere that is as far away from the doors as possible. I don't think anyone's active tonight, but I could be wrong. There's this really weird daily cycle of activity in the slumber for them, so I'm going after that. I might have gotten it wrong though, so don't rely too much on me. I think that's everything for now. I'm not entirely sure if your friends will be hostile towards you, but I can't throw the idea out. I don't think they'll be able to remember you at all, really. All they really want is... Damn it, I need to go. Right now, or one of them's gonna find me. Stupid yellow bear suit. I'll get back to you later. Alright, I'm back. I'm hoping you made it past night 1. Night 2 is gonna be a little trickier. I hope you've come prepared. Let's see. Where I left off. The reason these spirits want to kill you, and this is just a guess on my side, it's because they need what's inside of you. And by this, I mean the plasma your ghostly body is made of. You see, my theory on why these ghosts turn to animatronics is that someone or something made an attempt of manifesting them to physical bodies out of thin air. It sounds impossible, right? Yeah, that's the thing. Whoever made the attempt failed. Most likely horribly. That's why all these characters look so weird and broken. So in order to fix themselves, they possibly need a way bigger plasma source. And I think that's where you come in. You're an unarmed adult ghost, which makes you a potential meal for them. They don't see us as humans, John. They only see us as a chance for survival. And can we really blame them for it? Why am I asking you questions? I'm leaving a message, not actually talking to you. Damn it, Peter, get yourself together. Well, moving on. I think only one character is going to become active tonight, and that is the bear character I cannot identify. I have no idea what exactly he is, but it appears that his manifestation was somewhat fruitful. He seems to be glitching in and out of existence, which is why I dubbed him Am I Real? Clever, right? Yeah, not really, You really need to keep an eye on that guy, though, or else you're going to run into massive problems. If he's fixed and clean, you're absolutely fine. If he's broken, on the other hand, watch him for a few seconds. He should turn back to normal. If you don't keep him normal, he's going to really hurt you. Now, remember that plan I mentioned? Yeah, you do. This plan is it's still a work in progress, and I don't have everything ready yet. However, I'm pretty sure that there's more audio tapes like the one you hopefully picked up from the recorder yesterday, and they are going to appear in a different camera every night. If you see it, click on it with that mouse on the old computer in your room, and you'll probably obtain it. Now, I'm leaving it up to you. Don't waste too much time listening to this. He might already be active. Okay, I'm back again, and I'm gonna hurry this time, mostly because they're probably pretty active right now. Now there's this big mess of parts and stuff that has appeared only after you first arrived. It appears to have lamps in it, and for some reason, it's full of sharp teeth. It looks like something straight out of a goddamn horror attraction, to be honest. Anyway, once it's assembled all of the parts, it is going to appear on your ceiling. I think the best way to just keep it away is to look at it when it's up there, so make sure to do that. It dislikes being watched. Oh yeah, remember the plasma source issue? The old plasma source that was used to create these messed up ghosts is, it's still around here. If it's there, play dead. Instantly. Look at the ceiling and do absolutely nothing until you hear it walk away. That's pretty much the only way to keep it out. It doesn't like other ghosts. I've seen it attack the others multiple times, actually. It's pretty interesting. It appears to want back what's theirs. Well, I'm gonna leave you to it, and don't forget about collecting the tapes.
Hey, glad to see you're working there. The name's Fritz, and welcome to the Popgoes Pizzeria, the next generation of kids' entertainment. As you already know, you'll be guarding this place until 6 in the morning, and as your boss, I'm obliged to help you understand your job and the tools you'll be allowed to use during the shift. So, first things first, I've got to be honest, your current setup might not be very optimal, so to say. I didn't have time to prepare a designated room for you in the location, so you'll just have to manage with using one of the internet cafe monitors near the stage, next to the gang. Don't start complaining just yet, I set a nice spot near the window for you. Even brought a fan. Anyway, the phone you have in your hand, it's usually used by kids during the day for games and whatnot, but I've sorted out a security application that only activates during the night, which is when you're here, obviously. Everything you'll ever need for your job is ready to use. Go on, press some buttons. You can check all the rooms with set cameras that are connected online, and the ventilation system too. Alright, I know what you're thinking. first night on the job, I'm rambling a bit. It's a lot to take in. And yes, I know there are a bunch of anthropomorphic plastic animals around you, watching you work. Trust me when I say I know how that feels. Your imagination might get a tad bit out of control. Stress does that to you. But don't worry, you're completely safe here. I've built this place from the ground up to be one of the most transparent, honest, and safest places on Earth. Unlike some other businesses. If you ever start feeling anxious, looking out the window or just, taking a look outside should calm you. That tends to work for me at least. Right, back to the anthropomorphic animals. I'm sure you've already guessed by now that these are our animatronic characters. Top of the line technology. Honestly, the name animatronic doesn't do them justice. They're more like multi-purpose robots. They can be programmed to do anything I can think of. They pretty much run this place now. Of course, again, they are completely harmless. They aren't physically capable of hurting anybody. Made sure of that myself. I think I might be going on for too long. Last thing on the list. You may have noticed that this is a pre-recorded message, which means if you want to ask a question, you won't get an answer. But hey, to fix that, I've given you some options. I stayed up all night to set up a simple Q&A system to go with your app. When this call ends, you will get 3 topics to choose from, and when you select one of them, another audio message of mine will play to help explain whatever you want to know more about. Quite nifty, right? Obviously not quite as much freedom as a normal phone call, but it'll have to do for now. Well, that's it for your first night. Check those cameras and don't forget to take a breather once in a while, alright? Your 3 options should appear now. Hey, good to know you want to learn more about my crew. If you paid attention to my first message, you must have heard me say that these robots can do pretty much anything, yes? Well, I wasn't joking. This place is fully automated and run entirely by them. No human employees as of yet. Don't need them, honestly. The staff room exists purely to keep the ventilation opening out of reach of customers. Cooking, cleaning, printing, performing, taking care of kids, etc., etc. It's all down to the cartoon animals. All very efficient. Yes. Did I tell you that I built the characters too? That's what the 3D printers were originally for, before they were repurposed to do the same thing, but a lot smaller. Didn't need anyone for that either. Designed, printed, put together, all by yours truly. Relying on other people is nonsense, I tell you. Of course, don't let that discourage you from doing your job. There are always exceptions. Right, that'll be it for the first night. I'll do the same thing for you tomorrow. See you, kid. Hey again. Second night. Hope you've gotten used to your job by now, pressing buttons on a phone. You'll have trouble finding a job that actually requires you to be on one of those. Anyway, I expect efficient use of that phone, kid. Oh, and I'll let you know now, don't start slacking off. I'm paying attention. After your first week is done, I'll be doing a review of your progress to see if you are fit to continue or not. If you do your job especially well, I might even give you a bonus. But I guess there isn't even that much for you to do. I know I haven't given you much to work with just yet, as this is just a test run. But there is something for you to do in case you get bored, I suppose. Since, well, I'm not going to treat you like those robots behind you. So we're entering the winter time. I imagine you'll be working just next week, so it's going to get pretty darn cold for you. And I'm sure you've already noticed this from yesterday. I don't know. I have given you access to the ventilation system, which means you should be able to turn on the heating grids once in a while to warm up the place. They'll stay on for about a minute probably, but that's long enough, right? Bear in mind the vents go around the perimeter of the building, so I'm sure you'll figure it out. Well, that should keep you entertained. God, I hope you're as easily pleased as I am. That's all for tonight. Oh, wait, now it's your time to talk. Here you go. Ah, yes, as I said, you're only allowed to have them run in 1-minute bursts. It's not that I don't trust you, it's... well, everybody can make mistakes, right? These things overheat if they're left on for long periods of time, and I can't risk that. We all know what happened to that attraction last year. I remember I worked with a similar problem, you know, being under constraints like that, but I don't know, it was fine. I was fine, I'm sure you will be too. Nothing dangerous about vents. What am I saying? Just check on the heat sometimes, and yes, you'll have limited use over it, and I'm sorry about that. Right, see you tomorrow. Travel around the building. It could be dangerous if someone, especially a plastic-covered robot, were to get stuck in there, or if they touched one of the heating lasers. It's pretty easy. I thought you'd have fun with it anyway. Just get that done and you should be alright. Alright? Excellent. See you tomorrow, kid.